Here's to the laughter, here's to the time we watched go by, here's to the love you gave, 'cause it's about you. Here's to the way you call my name, and to the love we shared. I think of us on sunny days, 'cause it's about you.
In some way, every one of us longs to be remembered, and remembered for something good. We want to know that being here really mattered, that we made a difference in others' lives. And for many of us, that difference may be much more than we might ever have imagined. I'm Douglas McDougall, and at the McDougall Funeral Home, we help people remember and reflect. We help them tell the stories of the people they love. And yes, sometimes it can be painful, but it's really the first step on the path to healing.
It is almost overwhelming. Thankfully, you kind of go into a zone that you need guidance, and that was what I found that was the most helpful, because it was absolutely, how does one begin?
You feel very numb. At least I did. You know, you feel very numb at the time. Some of it doesn't even sink in. And then at other moments, it'll just suddenly hit you what you're doing.
My mind was, I can't believe that I'm doing this. You know, this is not right. I should not have to be doing this. This, you know.
A lot of things in life hurt, and they hurt a lot. Giving birth to a child, I'm told, hurts a great deal. The truth is, though, that just because something hurts doesn't mean that we have to shun it or put it aside. It is actually the pain that helps us realize that we need each other. Grief is painful no matter what. Grief done alone is more painful than grief done in groups.
We often hear things like, I don't know what to do, or I don't know where to start, or I just need your help. But that's where things do begin. So we usually try to start by asking a few easy to answer questions.
Essentially, what we need to do in funerals is the same thing we do in grief. That's to remember the life that was lived, reaffirm the values we hold, realize that death has occurred and that grief hurts, and release the dead so that we who are living can go on about the business of living.
It's about your family, your times, and your story. And there are lots of ways that story can be told. You may like a quiet time for reflection, maybe in candlelight, or you may like doing some things that remember and celebrate the life. Over the years, we've helped all kinds of families put together a great variety of things, and it's really more open and flexible than you may think.
All cultures seem to have 6 essential components in their memorial ceremonies. They are: first, significant symbols; second, gathering of people; third, a connection to heritage; fourth, ritual action; fifth, healing touch; and sixth, transition of the dead from here to somewhere else. When we put all of those 6 together, we don't forget any, we don't leave any out, it seems that that helps us to enact this moment in order to make sense out of the chaos of early grief.
After the receiving friends and having folks just come through, and I'm not a crowd person, but after being in that crowd, I was actually uplifted and ready for the funeral. That process of having friends and family come through and be with you, not that they're going to say any magical words that make it better. Nobody can do that. And that's not the time for it anyway. Just their presence is the support you need, and that's the biggest comfort.
We felt like that we had done exactly what my mother wanted done. And the whole thing was in keeping with her life.
One of the fears people bring to us is, but you just don't understand. You don't know what this feels like. No, we can't know exactly what it feels like to you, but we may be able to come close. You deserve people who will listen and help with suggestions when you want them. You deserve people who are ready and willing to help you tell your stories, so that down the road, when you look back, you'll find a sense of satisfaction and comfort, knowing it was a meaningful tribute.
I had one of my family members tell me, they said, well, Bridget, they said, I don't know if this is appropriate to say, but this is the most beautiful funeral that I've ever been to. And it might not be a perfect thing to say about a funeral, but it was. It was beautiful. Everything just, come into place perfectly. And I don't think would have been possible without the hard work of the people here.
The McDougalls care. They really do. And you will know it.